I think today's the day. Today's the day I'm actually going to do it. Let's take up arms. Let's clear this checkpoint out once and for all, because I've kind of had enough. I literally just need to move, like, 6 barricades. That's it. That's all I've been putting off. But, yeah, today's the day that we're going to do it. And it's going to go so hard, and I cannot wait. Come on, fella. Let's get it. Welcome back to Project Zomboid. It's Fern here, and today we're doing some Zed slaying. I haven't quite got a full plan for the episode yet, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Most important thing is just rounding this mess up. It's been a long time coming. Almost too long. It's been a job. Every time I drive past, I say, I should do that at some point, and it's probably been about 50 times. We still haven't done it, as you can tell. See if this still savours some exhaustion. So we kind of need it. Come on. Doesn't quite feel like it, does it? Ooh. You got to go down. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Tactical sprint up and through just to come back and do some more damage. Yeah, sounds good. Rested. Feeling better than ever. Is this going to be the one? I reckon so. I've got a bit of faith in it. Do not, however, have faith in that big group. If they catch up to us, there's no hope at all. I'm a little bit scared, I'm not going to lie. Little bit scared. I feel like this is kind of going to be a... just keep popping them off, rounding them up to this entrance and continuing the mill. Yeah, it's probably the way to do it, isn't it? Save our energy by making them come to us. No brainer. Get out of there, Boone. We got this? I think we do got this. What's that in your chest? Probably a screwdriver, but I'd still like to know. Yeah. You got anything for us? Other than the sacred aviators? We're on a full back already, aren't we? One day. One day. If we can keep the number as low as this would be a dream. Wonder how far off the next level of long blunt we are. Probably pretty far. Yeah, we're about halfway to it. Coming up to level 6 though. Not bad going. Considering we got no boost to it, it's done alright. It's done very well. 3,500 kills in 6 months. Oh, we just crossed the 6-month mark. Look at that. Oh, guy's a walking legend. Guy's a walking legend. Although, 6 months later and we're still not quite level 5 fitness is a wild, wild feat. And that needs to change. That could be our winter project. She is geared up to high heaven. It's going to be another drop back, isn't it? Yeah, we need that fitness. Big time. This is the best crusade I've done for a very long time. I love it all. Love it all. Come on, fellas. Keep it coming. Man. Taking a week out from just big massacres, I've missed. I didn't realise how much I'd miss it, but I've missed it a lot. This is a welcome change. A very welcome change. Come on, beautiful. I'm ready for you. Even if you are a dude, still got a beautiful face, my friend. Ooh. I don't know what you're up to there, boy, but did not look too clean. Hopefully this looks cleaner. Yeah, boy. And we're straight back on the exhaustion. Can we maybe just get one? Nah, those guys are going to be speedy, aren't they? I mean, that would do it, but I'm also not satisfied. Big swing? Nah, not quite. There we go. 2 for 2. It was a 2-swinger, twice. I'll take it. Can we try and get one shifted quickly? Yeah, boy. 3 Zeds. 2 obstacles. Easy, right? Gotta be. Another one down. And last but not least, a biker. Out in the wild with a foreman's vest. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, whatever works. Whatever works. Alright, last but not least, shift these cones out the way. And we're golden. Look at that, ladies and gents. Oh, all this time moaning about it, I could have just cracked it and done it in a day. Not even a day, less than a day. I'm going to take that just in case we can actually lose ours. Haven't quite thought about that scenario yet. A world without an Alice pack. It's kind of terrifying. Oh, you ready? The first pass through. First pass through, I'm so excited. So excited. Oh man, how much easier was that? Why didn't I do this so much sooner? What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive, that's so good. Let's get ourselves home. Finally. Now that we're back, I think we need to focus on two things. One needs to be getting a gate on the front, because we've got all of our vehicles. Unless we move them. Unless we move them. I was kind of thinking we should gate it off and use this area as like a workshop, mechanics bit, and just figure things out. But this side already having parking bays kind of feels like it makes more sense being over there. So what I kind of want to do is work on my mechanics, welding, and metalworking kind of all at the same time, because all of them need it. Look at the state of that engine. The big old monster of a black van is so much worse. And I would very much like to get them all perfect. I think now that we're back and kind of better than we've ever been, I wouldn't mind just getting things sorted, you know? Metalheads, that's the word I was looking for. I knew there was a name on the side, I just could not remember for the life of me what it was. Yeah, it's so much worse. So much worse. We aren't going to get anywhere with damaged hoods and battered engines and just awful cars, basically. One by one, we're going to get there. One way or another. Question is, do we have a second welding book? Because repairing the hoods requires welding, and I don't think I've got the book for it. It would suck if we don't. We've definitely got the mechanics books. Mechanics 3, at least. Which is the next one we need. Perfect. Metalworking 2. No welding. Yeah, that's a bit of a shame. Huh. Maybe we need to do a store run. Store run? Yeah, bookstore run. Let's just sling both of those in there for now. Louisville East. Hang on a minute. No, that is right. I thought we had all of our old books in there, but we don't. Makes way more sense. Oh man, the panic. Unbelievable. Gold ingot can go. Small gold ingot can also go. Let's round up all the vehicles. It's not a bad lineup, to be fair. I've actually got some good vehicles. One thing I do need to make sure I leave over here every single time is the tyre pump, just to remind myself to actually refill the tyres. Otherwise, we could potentially write off every single wheel in this entire lot, which would not be good. Not at all. Do I have a wrench? I do not. I think they're all heavy vehicles as well, which is a very nice sight. Didn't quite expect to have this many. We got a ratchet. Yeah. So you need a wrench or a ratchet wrench in order to work on stuff. Quite a cool touch, but I feel like the ratchet probably isn't as interchangeable as it should be. I mean, either way, gonna take it, not gonna question it at all. A whole socket set in the size of one ratchet is just a dream. Absolute dream. I wish my car was built like that, but not quite as realistic as I'd like it to be. But again, it's just me being picky. Hey, there we go. Look at that. Look at that. I'm starting to think the auto mechanics mod may be completely necessary. It'll make our life so much easier. I'm gonna commit to the bit anyway. Recommended skills 3, and we've got 3. No, recommended skills 2. Christ, getting lost already. How much more can we do? I think I'm gonna do this one car together and then branch off. Trunk we can't remove. The hood I'm kind of scared to remove. But we have got the right skill to do it. Of course we can't replace it, but we can repair it. That's the most important thing. Windshield, level 5. Rear is also level 5. The doors, front left window needs to be done first. The window we can do, which is good. The door is 1 level higher. Okay, cool. It would be nice to just get like one big, well done vehicle too. So basically I want to get this Metalheads fan to perfection. That is the goal. Long-term goal is what we need to do. Now, I'm not going to make you sit through all of this. I'm going to crack on and do all of the other vehicles. Probably go and repair this hood so we can at least get some either welding or metalworking done out of it, which is more than ideal. So if that's kind of what I want to do, is just tick all the boxes at the same time. Just keep my long-term life pretty easy, because I tend to just get sidetracked a lot, and it kind of just ends up getting a bit much after a while. So if I can do this properly, can we not repair it once it's off? Ah, that's not good. That's not good at all. I think all we should need is that. Yeah, okay, we might have made a small mistake here. Very small mistake. Let's just try it on this one, just to make sure we got all the right gear. Yeah, one still sheet. Huh. Well, that's something to keep in mind. Unless we need a workbench. Don't actually think it's possible. I wonder if we can melt it down, at the least. You know, if we can maybe turn some bits into... Wow, just get more value out of it, really. Smelt. Hood? No. Well, that's not ideal. Not at all. Definitely can't refit it, can I? I reckon that is just a goner. We need to start repairing things before we take them off. It's the moral of that story. Where are we going to find another heavy hood? Ah, that's the original as well. That's so sad. So very sad. Ah well, it is what it is. With that knowledge in mind, we may as well just repair this bad boy. It's the one we want to keep anyway, so makes sense. We got a trunk to do as well. Huh. Is that the only... Potentially repairs 40. That's not good. What's our welding level saying? Also not very good. I wonder how much we get per sheet installation. So I had a comment the other day, and apparently slinging these up on the wall, slinging them up on a window, is kind of just an infinite welding XP way. So I'm going to try it. Oh, I did actually try one, just completely forgotten. 8.1, that's where we currently stand. 14.1. Bit of a grind, but not too bad. Doesn't use a ton of fuel either. Well, the more you know. The more you know. I'm definitely not going to get lost on that just yet, but there's a way. A good way too. Probably the only way. Until we find that next book, though, it's not really worth cracking on with, is it? Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Alright, let's unload you. We don't need that right now. Crack on with the vehicles. I know a good bunch of you, if not 90% of you, are pretty regular to the game. But seeing as Build 42 is still growing, and we're getting a lot of newcomers into the game, I do just want to run through how mechanics works for probably the 100th time on this channel. But it's got to be said, it's got to be done. So the way XP works on mechanics is every 24 hours it reruns. So you strip down a car, you wait 24 hours, and you can remove and repair that part again. Now, you won't gain XP for another 24 hours. So having more vehicles set up in a row that you can just come through, strip down, and work through, if you can do it over longer than a 24-hour period, then by the time you get to the end, by the time you get back to the first car, you'll be back to square one, and you can basically just start again. And that's exactly what I'm doing. So it basically just makes life so much easier and speeds up our entire process. We're currently coming up to level 4. I think once we get to level 4 and we can start removing brakes. Is it brakes we can do at level 4? Level 6 for the big cars. Damn. Okay, we've still got a long way to go. If you can get smaller cars to do this, it makes life a whole lot easier. So I think the red car is probably going to be our staple. We can get suspension and brakes done by like level 4, level 5, which just adds to the pool of XP. The bigger vehicles do take a bit more work, but they're also a lot sturdier. So yeah, take that how you will. You do need manuals to be able to strip stuff down, unless you start with the amateur mechanic perk. One that should not be skipped over, if I'm completely honest. If you can take the amateur mechanic perk and make it fit into your character without too much of a stress at all, do it. It's so worth it. It makes life so much easier, and the boost you get from mechanics is kind of unmatched and super handy. Would absolutely recommend. But yeah, that's basically 101 into mechanics. There is a mod called Auto Mechanics, which I would also recommend, and I still don't quite know why I don't have it, but yeah, here we are. I still don't have it. I never downloaded it. Had it once before, and it is a game changer. If you can add it, and you're not trying to stick to strictly vanilla, I know build 42.7 can get a little bit finicky around mods with new updates coming out pretty consistently. I know that the developers of them are very, very good at getting them updated, but just something to keep in mind. If your game does break, it could be down to a mod. Just, yeah, bear that one in mind. I'm going to crack on. 6:40, I reckon we got one more night's sleep, and then we can start all over again. We probably could start again now, but I'm going to play the game. Just wait it out. I think what I may do, whilst we're waiting, is we have 0 clay. Okay, I guess we're not pressing bricks. I was going to try and bump up that pottery to level 2, but it's all good. We move. Got our first level up to level 4. Beautiful. Perfect timing too. Do we have the level 3 book? I'm pretty sure we do. I don't quite know if I've got 4 and 5, however, which does kind of suck. They're 2 books that I kind of desperately need, especially now that we're pumping the hours into it. Metalworking 2 couldn't come around sooner. It might actually be worth just breaking down and putting together some bars up in the forge so we can actually get that done. But, however, one book comes first, and it's the most important book, Mechanics Level 3. We're getting closer. It's still a bit of a grind, but we're getting a lot closer, and I'm so happy I committed the day to it. Another book added to the pile. I don't quite know what happened to book 1 and 2, but they're not here. They're not here. Yeah, no idea what happened there. But they've got lost along the way somewhere, probably in at least one of the generator just explosions. No idea what happened there or why it happened, but we move. I don't think they're in either of these shelves either. No. Nope. Nope. And a big nope. That's all good. We move. I would very much like to find the next 2, but we can cross that bridge when we get there. For now, let's smash out at least a quarter of one of these. Realise I've got no cooking books either, like at all. We got a stupid amount of eggs that I'd like to cook up, but no cooking books, so it's almost a bit of a pointless endeavour cooking them all up and wasting them. But they'll keep us going for now. Let's get some sleep and try again with the cars tomorrow. We're finally up to doors now too. That's wonderful. Oh, things are going to be flying. We do need to repair that door too. It's one thing that does need to get done. Can be repaired once uninstalled. Okay. Does that say... Doesn't say cannot. Perfect. That is always good to know. So I reckon we pull that off. Rear windshield needs to be uninstalled. Brilliant. We got another level to go. I was going to say we may as well repair that whilst we can, but turns out we can't. Turns out we can't. We're still a little ways off brakes as well, but the rest, we're getting there. 1 car down on level 4 has given us 200. And that's not even a full car. Do you know what I mean? These can do brakes a level ago. Can also do suspension. Okay, I've been sleeping on a lot of gear down here. Whole lot of gear. Oh, that's perfect. Alright, 218 up to whatever this may be from one side. From one area. 290. We're getting 100 per thing. That's pretty unreal. That's pretty unreal. We're gonna fly. Absolutely gonna fly. Let's get this done. From 218 to 774 is pretty unreal from one vehicle. I'd absolutely recommend going for the smaller cars. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, we still can't do this. If you could round up 6 smaller cars and just fly through those, you could probably get this done within a couple of days. And I don't really doubt that for a second. That's a wild, wild figure. It's making me regret all of my decisions, I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. But yeah, either way, this is still getting done. We're still flying. We're slowly but steadily getting there. We kind of need to work on the other bits around it as well. A lot of these cars are just going to be burner cars, especially this one. But the rest, it would be nice to kind of have a good roster of vehicles that are fully repaired and ready to go. There's a lot to do. A lot to do. With all of that said and done, however, I think if we just pull this driver's seat out, We just got our next level. What a beauty. I feel like once you get to the high levels, things do start going a lot faster as well. So, say your first 3 levels take forever. Once you start getting into the higher ranks and you can start just breaking more things down, and you get that nice extra book modifier, things do start going just insanely quick. It's pretty mad. We're very, very close to being where we want to be. What are we? Level 5, coming up to level 6. Basically, the point I want to be at is us going around and just stripping down all of the cars that we don't need. Any cars that are sat on the side of the road and either look pretty good or look banged up, I either want to bring them home, fully strip them down, or, whilst we're on the move, take all of the engine parts from them. Because engine parts are kind of vital to your long-term survival. Keeping cars going for as long as you possibly can is a game changer. And now that we're coming into the winter months, I don't want to be stuck out in the cold because it gets blistering cold, like -10 is insane. But if we have a vehicle and we can fully repair a vehicle at a moment's notice, we're golden. We are golden. And if we are heading out on long-term trips, we need a car that's going to be able to withstand whatever torment we put it through. So getting everything up to scratch is kind of crucial. Very, very crucial, should I say. Also, one thing to keep in mind, don't forget to reinflate your tyres when you're changing them. I've made that mistake many times and they immediately burst. Do not make the same mistake as me. It's horrendous. It really is. But yeah, just like this, we've now got rear windshields that we can remove too. Perfect. And front ones, which means broken windshields no more. Never again are we going to have to fight the cold because of a busted windshield. Can we also repair that door? Can we remove that yet? We can. And we can yeah, there we go. Cool, cool, cool. We are so very close to getting that next level. I've kind of decided to just go for the methodical route and go top to bottom, remove everything as we go, and just keep it as tidy as possible. But we're close. We're very close. I do want to go and see if we can, once we do this, if we can go and remove the engine parts of 2 cars nearby and then just break them down. I know you can do wrecks, but I don't quite know if you can do vehicles with 0% engine. Do you know what I mean? I feel like you can. I feel like I've been told before that you can. I've just never quite tried it. So level 6 would be the mark that we can go and do that, I think. It's just... level 5 is. Class. Oh well. At least with the extra XP we can maybe get some more parts out of it. We'd also need 2 new windows for this. There we go. That is the kicker. That is the limit for us today. Thank God for that, man. Damn, I've never been so bored out of my mind in my life. I fully understand his miserable attitude. It makes sense. It checks out. We should probably just do the car that we're going to take, but I think I'm going to just get all of these wheels done at least. At the very least. This is the only car that probably won't be leaving this lot for a good while. Not without the hood. So, the most pointless one to do. Still got to get her done. We went to bed with a pretty nasty cold, so I'm just going to whip up some food before we start the day, I think. We're pretty much sorted. That's good. So I don't really want to head out with, well, just being in a mess. Being in a mess is never a good idea. Butcher small animal. Sure, there's a cut up chicken. There we go. Max for 2. That do both? Yeah, nice. Cool. So what I like to do with these is just right click and do random poultry all through, and then it kind of sets it all for us, and then we can just do eggs with it along the side. 9 out of 10 times you get a good one. Every now and then you get a bit of a duff one, and we just went all chicken on that. Did not even realise. That's okay. That's a big lunch. Perfect. But yeah, I quite like to do half and half, so we still use the eggs as well as using whatever chicken we can. Just keeps it all moving fairly smoothly. Let's just get one more in there, and then the random eggs in. Sometimes you get the smaller eggs. They're not really the ones you want, but they do. They do. Random beef. Oh, we're going wild with this one. Little misclick. Gonna keep all of the vehicle tools in the bag, and I might just take this one out. We should really repair that hood as well. We're gonna need, probably gonna need a full welding torch, I reckon. So let's maybe just grab 2 and equip the welder's mask. Sorry, aviators, you're gonna have to sit this one out. Can we refill both of these? We can. Hopefully it doesn't use too much of the propane. No, it's still pretty good. Still pretty good. And there should be one metal sheet at least. Yeah, there we go. Be nice to see how we can craft those, because long term, we're going to need a decent supply, aren't we? Hood. Repair one steel sheet. 85%. It's pretty good. I guess that goes up with metalworking. No, mechanics too. It's very good to know. Come on, car. There we go. You're not that battered. Oh, what an idiot. Oh, that's so stupid. This car was perfect. Was being the key word. Well, there's still potential. We can get 3. Oh, that's so annoying. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. That's the one thing I wanted to completely stress on. Not doing. I even had the thingy equipped. Just ignored my own warning. Oh, what a peanut. Well, at least I got to prove my point immediately. Don't do that. Never do that again. Terrible, terrible idea. At least they don't get destroyed anymore. They used to just blow out immediately and you'd have no tyres. That was not fun. At least now they just fall off. Thank God for that. We'll try again, shall we? There we go. She immediately bumped up as well. What a beauty. Oh, so we got her on bags. Alright, there's a little car around the corner. There's 2 actually blocking the road by the gas station. They're 2 that I do want to get rid of. The question is, can we actually just tear it down? I really hope we can. I have brought all of the tools in case there's any good parts on either of them. But yeah, I'd like to just be able to strip it down and be done with it, if I'm completely honest. They're 2 vehicles that I kind of never want to see again. Every single time I come around here, I forget they're there and get stuck right about here and have to do some little awkward wiggling to get by them. Gone are the days of fighting around cars. We're just going to tear every single one of them down. Yeah, nice. Can we not? Can we just destroy it? Strange. That's the one part of the car that I wanted to strip down. How about this? Yeah, we can't take the engine parts. How bizarre. I mean, either way, we're here now. We may as well just try and tow them out of the way. I think we might need to pump up the wheels. That's one thing I'm yet to test as well. Apparently pumping up the tyres allows you to tow them better. I'm not fully convinced, but I'm also not gonna ignore the advice, you know? Let's test it, let's see what happens. Hopefully it gets the vehicle moving. These are fully pumped up as well, so no falter there. Fingers crossed we can move a bit faster than just 5 miles per hour. Let's line them up. Add that vehicle. Beautiful. Alright, moment of truth. Does it work? Brilliant. Maybe we need a heavier car. But even still. Pumping up the tyres doesn't really have that much effect. Huh. Yeah, not ideal. I think that's as far as I'm going to go with that. We have got the gas station down there, so I don't really want to block the route, but as long as they're out of the way. Yeah, there we go. Much better. Oh, thought I was going straight into that then. This one may go a bit smoother. It's one way to find out. This one certainly moves faster. Not exactly well, but... Oh, okay, that's actually not too bad. I could drag that around for days. Fair enough. I wonder if this needs to be a certain condition before we can rip out the engine parts. Engine, take engine parts. No. No, nothing about it at all. Can we get inside it? Try and start it, maybe? Let's maybe get a weapon in hand, just in case. Yeah, I wonder if we've just got to bump the engine a touch. Ah, of course. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Has to be unlocked, doesn't it? Yeah, there we go. Don't have a wrench. We need an actual wrench, don't we? Okay, back to the drawing board then. Hopefully we got one back at base. Want to know the most bizarre fact about this base? There's not a single wrench here. Not one. That place looks overgrown. I've just cleared it out as well. Well, before we start doing the metalworking. Let's maybe clean it. Yeah, not a single wrench. I think maybe we tear some doors down and have a look through the rest of the base and just have a check. Ah, this actually looks pretty good. I have been keeping on top of it, I promise. Not just abandoning these little chickens, but they're definitely not living too clever either. They're just pumping out eggs like no other. Let's just have a quick check. I don't really want to have to go hunting. Definitely won't get done today, if so. But it would be nice if we can at least try, you know? Nice if we can try. Come on, don't let me down, game. It's gonna let me down. This side's let me down, well and truly. Don't think there's going to be anything in here. I'll be very surprised if there is. Got a tire iron. Okay. Glass making level 1. That could be good. Tailor in level 1 we've read. Nothing. Carving level 2. That's actually a really good find. We need that. Perfect. Fishing level 1. Carpentry 1 and 2. Yeah, a whole lot we don't need, unfortunately. A whole lot we don't need. Let's take this door down as well. It's been a long time coming. Ooh. Come on, please be a wrench. Damn it. Wishful thinking. And we got some scrap metal too. Okay, that's kind of sad. A little bit embarrassing, but I'll take it. It'll do. This feels like deal or no deal. What is behind door number 1? We're going to find out. Oh, we could have just tore these down the entire time. We've got a light in here. Okay, that's cool. What is behind door number 2? A lot of boxes. There's potential. Not enough. Ah, that's so annoying. Ah, well, at least we got a few hinges and doorknobs and stuff, and we can actually start getting some stuff underway with a gate. We could actually potentially do the gate. Should we do the gate? If we've got the beans. Don't think we do. Now we're a hinge short. Oh, can't even tick that box. Damn. Oh, okay. No, we're good. We're good. We can get a gate. We can get a gate. Let's just round up all of this gear. I think somewhere I do have some ropes and sheets. Is it up here or is it deeper in the base? They were in the base all along. In the base all along. Do I go outside or stay inside for the logs though? Because I'm probably going to need them here. Ah, we got plenty. Yeah, we'll take one big stack. Beautiful. Alright, let's head down to the front of the base. Pull this puppy together. What we are going to need is a whole bunch of nails, however. Where you at? There we go. Ooh, can research a craft. Is this going to be to make them? Learned forge 5 nails, forge nails from wire, forge nails from piece. Nice. Okay, we're actually going to have to take a lot of steps to be able to learn all of this, aren't we? Yeah, we can research the craft that we didn't even know we could. Forge draw plate. I'm not going to do this all on camera, by the way. All of this I will go through properly and see what we can actually do, because it would be nice to stay on top of it. Last thing I want is just to have 1,000 other things that we can do and just not touch. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. We can have it centered. Let's unstack these. Carve all of these bad boys up. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's get this puppy in. One big gate. Tool double wooden gate. Didn't I pick the nails up? I only took one. Of course. One tool double wooden gate. She's in. That easy. That easy. I've been putting it off for that long and it was that simple. What I should really do is just polish up the outsides too. Get that wall filled up. I think I'm going to grab another 4. We can always get 4 more from outside, you know. Not like we need to keep them all in here. And then, yeah, between episodes I'll probably sort out that whole chicken coop because it definitely needs it. Hang on. Do I not need 12? What do we need for a gate these days? 8. Huh. Well, the more you know. We're going to need 1 extra plank. Let's at least get a wall. Of course, nails. So annoying. One more singular plank. We must have one somewhere. There we go. We got 2. Look at that. Last but not least. And then we can round it up and call it a successful day. We have cleared like more than enough levels of mechanics to be able to call it a successful day. But now that we've closed the base up, I feel a lot better. Whole lot better. We haven't had any issues down here for a long time, but it's just like a rounding feature, you know? Without that wall, we're exposed, we're open. Now we're not. Now we're not, and it feels great. I love it. I think on that stellar note, I'm going to call it a day. I think I'm going to read this. There we go. Get there in the end. Going to read this carving book in between episodes. But yeah, for now, I'm going to love you and leave you just there. Thanks for watching. Massive thanks to members supporting the channel. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Hopefully, stick around for the next one. Peace.